Yo, what's up, guys? Today I've got another special and interesting TikTok lined up for you guys. Those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Like and subscribe to my channel, follow my content. I'll be posting every day of the week, as promised. See you guys in the video.
Hi everyone, this is Dr. Sherry Tenpenny and I want to do a quick update about a document that got passed by the United Nations this weekend called the Pact of the Future document. It's two parts, one on science and technology and one about the youth and future generations. It is quite egregious and it was done by a procedure called the silence procedure, which makes it a pact. And if no one objected, it is automatically adopted and put into the record as being completely adopted. This is the World Health Organization's runaround, or end around. Since they were not able to get the World Health Organization treaty passed, they decided to take it to the General Assembly. And it is even more egregious than what the World Health Organization was wanting to get passed. Let me just read you something really quickly about what is inside of this pact that is now being accepted by 193 nations around the world and equally open-armed accepted by our current administration. It says that this is the power structure fully digital and maximized for the control of the masses. Everyone will be expected to have a biometric digital ID that marks them not just as citizens of an individual country, but as a global citizen. So anytime you hear global citizen or anytime you hear sustainability, think that this is an egregious thing that's happening at the level of the World Health Organization and the United Nations. Anyone that has a dissonant opinion will be labeled as misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation and memory hold. Perpetrators for unapproved information will be fact-checked and punished by the system, which will be operated and enforced by artificial intelligence. Punishments will include being locked out of one's bank account, being unable to make certain purchases, unable to get on an airplane, on a subway, drive on public roads. This is the future, according to the world's self-appointed overlords at the United Nations. These are unelected bureaucrats that are making decisions about our country, our sovereignty around the world. Nothing could be more important at this point in time than to get prepared. Have water, food, digital access, flashlights, a way to communicate with family and friends. Now is really the time to get involved and get prepared because this is what's coming. Our Congress is sitting on its hands. There was a press conference on the 17th about this and no further action has been taken. So it's up to us to mobilize and to go forward, particularly with your local sheriffs, to get your constitutional sheriffs to say, this isn't going to be allowed in my county. Thank you very much. Take action. We've been talking about the onset of one world order, one world government, one world religion, one world money for a long time. Well, it's no longer coming. It's here.
This is very interesting seeing all of this come together real time. Some people will say that video is inaccurate or it's misinformation. You can do your own research on that, but one way or the other, it's an unstoppable force. It's going to happen. So we shouldn't be surprised when we start hearing language that is leading right up to it, because this is, goes hand in hand with Revelation 13. It's because in Revelation 13 it says he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their forehead, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of a beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666.
You see, many of us are going to say no to the mark of the beast, but they are going to enforce it on each and everyone in the world, and it will happen systematically. I know it's going to come. The Bible has foreseen this coming. And everyone shall have the mark of the beast, or else, as they explained, they won't be able to go to any pharmacist, doctors, none of that. And now they're bringing in a cashless society also, which means cash. There's going to be no cash. So you have to, and but that way, they can track also where your money is going, how you're spending your money, where you're spending your money. I mean, it's hard times coming, guys.
Something that people normally even recognize as a problem. I mean, they do, but they shove it under the carpet, which is what's known as the collapse of the wave function. Now, you see, current quantum mechanics, strictly speaking, is an inconsistent theory. That's a rather brutal way of saying what Einstein and Schrödinger and even Dirac said, that quantum mechanics is incomplete.
Listen, there's something going on in the Gulf of Mexico that I don't think they're telling us about right now. This might get me in a shit ton of trouble and I might even be investigated for this, but honestly at this point, fuck it. About a month ago, people in the South, including myself, experienced this bright-ass blue object soaring through the sky and it landed in the Gulf of Mexico. But here's the thing, right? No mainstream media sources had reported on it, right? Only local news networks. Now, my brother-in-law works as a captain out in the Gulf, okay? And he stays out there consistently. And I'm talking about deep out in the Gulf of Mexico, okay? And he actually caught this thing on camera. I even posted it on X when it happened. And the only reason I posted it on X was because TikTok kept taking it down. But it was claimed to be an old Chinese satellite, right? But if you looked at it soaring through the sky, it looked nothing like a satellite. I'm talking about this thing was fucking huge. It lit up the entire sky blue and it looked like a giant disc. Now look, I've seen UFOs in my life, okay? Especially going over Denver Airport. It literally cut the entire electricity out to Denver Airport. And this thing did not look like a satellite. I had thousands of people on that post that agree with me. Usually when a satellite breaks up in the atmosphere, you'd see numerous pieces, you know what I mean? But here's the sketchiest part about it, right? He and a couple of other shipping crews actually went out to the Gulf of Mexico where it had apparently landed. He even showed videos of when it happened. And you could see Coast Guard just blocking off that area of where it landed. You could see them literally recovering something that was in the water. But it was fucking huge. And this is the crazy part about it, right? Ironically, that exact location is where a mothership was rumored to be. Wasn't specified on what kind of mothership that was, by the way. But here's the thing, right? All of those shipping routes are still blocked to this day. He can't even cross into those waters anymore. And I have hundreds, I mean literally hundreds of videos since that exact day of these bright ass objects shooting straight out of the moon. I shit you not. I even have a video of it literally shooting the fuck out of the moon and coming directly from the Gulf of Mexico. They're definitely not satellites. Do keep in mind, satellites don't go up, down, left, and right. You feel me? They're not any type of aircraft that you can track on radar. I mean, some of them literally go above our atmosphere. You can see how high they are. They're even as bright as fucking stars. And like I said, I have hundreds of videos of them. If you want to see them, I can gladly show you them. But when these things come from the Gulf of Mexico, there's almost always a military helicopter or even a fighter jet following behind them. And these things are fucking fast. I'm talking about they soar through the sky like a rocket. But there's a lot of shipping captains down here now that are spreading the word about something going on out in the Gulf of Mexico. I've gotten in touch with hundreds of crews that have gone out there since it happened. And they can confirm, and they even said that they would go on TikTok with me and do a video. We can do a podcast, whatever it may be, that there is some suspicious ass shit going on out there. I mean, some of them literally even have videos of things shooting straight out of the water. It's fucking insane. And soon I'm going to have the opportunity of actually being able to go out there personally to see what I can catch on video.
Who of you is close to the Gulf of Mexico? And share some insight on
We're
this.
really inside of a quantum computer. The people in power are old souls. They are old souls. They've cheated death in ancient Egypt, and they've been recycling souls in a matrix. And you part of that matrix. And they want to recycle you. It's time for a reset. The stuff that Trump building near the moon, it's to intercept your soul to keep us from making it to the North Pole. The objective is to get to the center of the square, the center of the circle. But while you trying to do that, it's enemies trying to block you and intercept you and make sure you don't get the ball in the circle.
Oh my goodness, this is one of the wildest things I have seen, and this is not your average robot. This is the Clone Alpha by Clone Robotics, and this contains all 206 bones that the human body contains, and they are fully articulated with artificial ligaments and connective tissues. Now, they're very high on the hand function of these robots. I'm going to show you the raw clip in a second, but just listen to this. The hand functions with human level thumbs, surgical precision, a trigger finger, and it is compatible with human tools. And it's not going to walk like other robots. It says, finally, a robot that walks naturally. And it says, do it once and the clone will do it forever. They have a telekinesis training platform. I don't even know how that's possible. This technology is absolutely insane. I guess you can reserve one of these things this year in 2025, but just check out the raw clip and the music that they used.
Does that look anything normal to you? That looks scary.
Tyler described a hierarchy of beings.
Part of what he used to say was that there was a hierarchy of beings, and he placed God at the top. He was Christian, and then he placed angels below God, and then he placed beings like off-planet beings. He called them off-planet beings, and then he placed, and this is where it gets really weird to me, factions in the intelligence community, and then normal humans. That was the hierarchy.
Okay.
I honestly, sincerely, and unequivocally do not expect any of your audience to believe any of this. Robert Bigelow said to me, they're walking among us. What do you mean, they're walking among us? He said, they're walking among us. They live right here. Before I say this guy legitimately is in a position to know a lot more than I know. He had the government contracts.
Experience the enchantment of bioluminescent magic. What do you mean? Why is the sand charging? And you told me the Power Rangers weren't real. Look right now. Oh, look, I'm the red one. Don't throw it in the air like that, or you stop. Oh my God, why are they glowing in the water? That is scary, because can other fish see that? Are you not making yourself look like the snackiest of all snack? What's it got to do with, like, the moonlight or something? I don't want to drop a comment. I want to know what's going on and why we're floating around the ocean. Looking like a beautiful mermaid, though. I can't lie. We're glowing. But if I saw that, I would thought it's one of those glow-in-the-dark fishes. I don't know. Some of them have the little lights in front of them, like in Finding Nemo. The dolphins are lighting up. Where is this? No, that can't be real. Guys, it can't be real. It's edited, surely. Please tell me it's edited, because I want to go here now. What?
I've seen it in a previous clip. It's something to do with a chemical reaction in the water. It's completely normal. And according to what I've read, it's safe. You can't swim in there. So, yeah. But I haven't got all the facts, but I've seen the video before.
Okay, do y'all remember that lady on the airplane that was like, but I am telling you, right now, that motherfucker right there is not real. Whatever she saw, I believe it. Whatever she saw on that plane, I believe her now. Because that...
All my prayers go out to the LA people. You've been hit hard.
People pay on the internet right now to watch murder, like to watch these kinds of things. The darker side of power and money is inevitably an addiction as well in a lot of ways. And not everyone who's powerful and rich goes down that road, but clearly, like, the Epstein clients do. Like, clearly they want children, like they want to do, and there are snuff films, like people pay on the internet right now to watch murder, like to watch these kinds of things, because there's inherently a devil in everyone. I think the way I see it is that there is an angel and a devil in all of us, and you can feed the good wolf or the bad wolf, and some people get addicted to feeding the bad wolf.
Guys, if
and
you dive down the rabbit hole, you will see how sick this is.
Incentivizes
people actively seek to watch these types of things. People literally collect them as if they were collecting stickers or Pokemon cards or stamps. It's crazy. There is thousands and thousands of witness testimonies about these types of things. Don't ever turn a blind eye to it, because you look under a small rock and you will find the truth.
Did you know that the Bermuda Triangle is estimated to cover an area of about 500,000 square miles, making it larger than the entire state of Alaska? This infamous region spanning Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico has been linked to countless disappearances of ships and planes for over a century. But why? One of the most chilling cases is Flight 19. In 1945, 5 Navy bombers and 14 crew members disappeared during a training mission. Search planes were sent, and they vanished too. Over 1,000 vessels have reportedly been lost here, sparking fear and fascination. Scientists blame rogue waves, methane gas eruptions, or magnetic anomalies. Others point to aliens or time warps. The truth? Still unknown. So what do you think? Natural forces or something otherworldly? Comment your theory and follow for more mysteries.
Oh my God. The fact that we've been lied to this whole time, and yet no one else said anything about this, about the disturbing truth of what transgender means. That we've been lied to this whole time. And what if I told you guys would never guess it? And I too believed like you guys did. That is until I saw this video. Because after seeing this and what he said at the end completely changed my life. I mean, just look at this.
The ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ass ring. Really? And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things will become popular in the future. And that somehow calling people the goat would be normalized over the sheep being always the most popular reference.
What?
Yep, it is happening, as entire towns are now being frozen under ice, exactly how the Bible predicted end times. And our supernatural ending might already have a date. People were terrified after residents in Detroit woke up to see their entire town completely frozen over under 5 feet of ice with them stuck inside. With haunting images not only showing cars completely submerged in the ice, but some gates and even some home doors stuck in the ice, unable to be opened. And this is how it will end for us. Many experts are now warning of this situation by calling it record-breaking, as not only over 5 feet of now ice is completely covering the city, but even flooding and freezing inside people's basements and even reaching some people's rooftops and freezing them inside with no escape. With the exact same thing written on Daniel 9:26, warning us that the end times will come like a flood, and each one that we are getting lately is more and more deadly than the last. As of right now, officials are reporting that this was a main pipe breakage, and that is likely true.
These creatures looked exactly like this. They are the type of alien creature that has been known and feared throughout Africa for generations. This creature is about 3 feet tall. It looks for all the world like a child who is on the last stages of dying of malnutrition. It looks exactly like this, and it has a strange smell, which once you smell it, you shall never forget it. This creature is known by the Zulu-speaking people of South Africa as a mantindane. The word mantindane comes from the verb ntinda, which means to abuse, to fiddle with, and to torture by interfering with the victim's genitals and other private parts. Zulu warriors used to wear a strange cup-like device, type of inconvenience acceptable, rather than that they should face the trauma of having things done to them by these beings.
Yo.
Hey everybody, so we've got airports shutting down, pilots reporting mysterious glowing objects and radar signals vanishing into thin air. This is all happening in Turkey. They've been experiencing some bizarre UAP encounters lately. So check this out. Flights at Sabiha Gökçen Airport, sorry if I butchered that, in Istanbul were disrupted due to pilots reporting unidentified objects on their radar systems. These anomalies even triggered collision avoidance warnings, prompting extensive but inconclusive searches by authorities. Also, in a separate incident, a pilot near Gaziantep Airport, again, sorry if I butchered it, spotted a bright glowing object in the sky that wasn't visible on the radar. This sighting led to a temporary shutdown of the whole airport and a massive search operation, but the object vanished without a trace. So, while some are speculating these events obviously could be due to drone activity or atmospheric phenomena, no definitive explanations have been provided as of yet, and authorities continue to investigate to ensure aviation safety. Stay tuned for any updates. If I get some, I'll let you know.
Border tunnel 590 feet long and 22 feet below ground inside this abandoned Kentucky Fried Chicken. It began with a traffic stop of Yuma resident and owner of that KFC, Ivan Lopez.
Are you coming to the tree where I told you to run so we both be free? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man, they say we were free. Strange things that happen here, no stranger would it be. We met.
Tonight, exclusive video from inside the tunnel where children's clothes and toys were found 5 feet underground. A room believed to be dug inside by children with shelves for candles and lamps, bedding, and kids' books.
What the hell? That needs to be investigated, like. That has to be CGI. I don't believe that. That's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be posting another one on Sunday. See you guys then. Enjoy your weekend. Peace out.